Thank you. Really excited to be here with all of you, and thanks for having us be a huge part of eMerge Americas. So, when people think about payments, people have different takes on what payments means. And I'm going to talk about the future of payments. But really, the future of payments starts at a very, very different place. Right? Before we even start to talk about the future, might be a good idea to go back all the way into history and spend a minute or two on the past. Right? Let's go all the way back to this little village that our forefathers, our ancestors lived in, where everything that they wanted was agreed to by trading. So I would trade my hunt or my kill of the day for the livestock of my neighbor. And it all worked really well because the needs and the aspirations of this little tribe that we were a part of were fulfilled by bartering and trading within the community. And there was no need for currency because my need was fulfilled by you and yours was fulfilled by me. And that was commerce back in the day. That was how people bought and sold, and that was payments. But if you forward this through history beyond that, payments and money have had a pretty interesting history. From all versions of trading currencies, to gold coins, to paper currencies, to the gold standard, to bitcoins even now. And if you forward this commerce clock and stop it somewhere in the 1950s, this is sort of what the shopping experience or the buying experience looked like. Go to your neighborhood store, goods and cash are traded across the counter, and everybody's happy. It's a personalized experience even. And that journey of commerce continues on till about 20 years ago, when this thing called the internet happens. And so for the last 20-some years, we've talked about offline commerce and e-commerce, right? In-store, bricks and mortar, and e-commerce, mobile commerce from a clicks perspective. But if we continue this time-lapse video and stop it in 2017, all of those boundaries are getting revisited. The lines between physical commerce and digital commerce, online and offline, have blurred into something that we now refer to as OmniCommerce. Begin a transaction at home, add something to your cart, walk into the store later, try on that pair of trousers, and finish your transaction. So you started in one channel, finish at another, right? Or walk into a store, and one of the problems that stores have had through history is managing inventory. So you don't have to worry about that anymore because someone walks into the store, likes something, and you can ship it directly to their home. And you take this idea of omni-commerce with blurring channels, and you add the power of technology to it, right? Strap on a pair of virtual reality goggles or augmented reality goggles, and that whole shopping experience transforms into one where you can sit at home, your home is a shop, and you can figure out, does that couch look really good in the living room right there? Would it work? Does that dress look good on me? How do I think about recreating whatever I'm about to buy in the context of my physical space? And powered with a joystick, you can click your way through the whole virtual reality or AR experience into what is clearly an amazing omni-commerce experience. Subscription commerce. Marketers through history have tried to find ways to get people to become repeat customers. And repeat customers were cracked by the magazine and newspaper industry a century ago with subscriptions. And now that world of subscriptions is becoming a part of everyday purchases, in this example, with shaving blades. And Dollar Shave Club, of course, is an amazing case study of so many different things, including reinventing the supply chain, re-engineering the costs associated with it, and coming up with a really cheap blade, cheap and high-quality blade, but also leveraging digital channels to build a digital brand and reinvent the whole distribution strategy as well. And suddenly this activity, which was a monthly chore or a every few weeks chore, is a subscription experience that allows a consumer to keep getting the goods delivered home every single month. There's a new buzzword in commerce now. It's called encountered commerce, which basically means that when you encounter the need, you can fulfill it as well. So running out of laundry detergent, hit the buy button that is stuck to your washing machine, and laundry detergent is on its way to you from Amazon. Watching a movie with your wife and you like the tie that the guy is wearing, or your wife likes the handbag that the Hollywood star is carrying, freeze frame in the streaming video, right click, see the buying options, and boom, you spent more money. The idea of encountering a need and fulfilling it instantly is transformative. The visual that you see over here is from China. And of course, bike rentals have been around for a long time. But like all things in China, it's 10 times the speed and 10 times the scale of anything else anywhere in the world. So this bike sharing service, the bike, all over the city, just pick it up wherever, drop it off wherever, already has 20 million consumers and is growing at 100% every single month. So it's doubling every month. That's the rate at which it's growing, creating a whole different problem, of course, of bikes being dumped here and there in large piles of bikes that the city then has to deal with. Now, we're all users of Uber and Airbnb. So the sharing economy or sharing commerce, right, is already a part of our lives now. I have an app on my phone which is not just for an Uber or Airbnb kind of stuff, but it's for a dog walker or a dog sitter. So at short notice, I can use this app and find someone that's willing to come out and walk my Labrador because I'm running late at work. As we look at this world of the Internet of Things, 50 billion connected devices in the next few years, depending on who you ask, that's either 3 years away or 5 years away or 10 years away, but it's here. 50 billion connected devices also means 50 billion points of commerce. So connected commerce in this extraordinary way is right around the corner. I already have a toothbrush which orders refill brush heads for me. Right? I'm like, I can do that. Right? But as someone that's willing to automate the experience of ordering brush head refills, but we all know the examples of the refrigerator ordering, ordering eggs and milk for you and so on. So connected commerce is very real and is very immediate. And lest we think that all of this is only for the sophisticated developed world, smartphones are accelerating at such a pace that it's believed that by 2020, we will have 6 billion smartphones in the world. So commerce is leapfrogging in the emerging markets as well. I love this visual. So this is from East Africa. It's a boda boda, which means it's a motorcycle taxi. So I love the fact that here's a passenger or a customer. She sits on this motorcycle and getting her ride. And the way she pays it is by scanning this QR code on the vest of the motorcycle driver. Right? Talk about wearables, right? So people are starting to latch on to the fact that the way new commerce is going to happen, the payment experience is a crucial part of how it happens. But crucial in interesting ways. I'm sure most of you have seen what Amazon announced a few months ago with Amazon Go. Reinventing the in-store, physical store experience by allowing you to browse and buy and check out without a checkout line. So the challenge for the payments industry is that the payment experience needs to be delightful in its invisibility. Right? We're all customers of Uber, like I said, and the Uber experience has magic in it. There still is something cool about being able to, pull up at your destination, say thank you and walk out of the taxi. except of course like it happened to me last week in New York, where suddenly I started getting yelled at by the driver. And it took me a minute to realize, oops, I'd actually hailed a yellow taxi and it wasn't an Uber. And I'd walked out saying thank you, and this guy was yelling at me on the street to pay up. But that magic, that is the Uber experience of payments, is beautiful because it's invisible, and that's the secret sauce of the Uber experience. So for those of us in payments, as we look at how things are going to keep transforming, as all of you in this audience here, right, I'm sure there are hundreds of ideas of new commerce, new ways to buy and sell, new ways to pay and be paid, right? OmniCommerce, shared commerce, connected commerce, all of the stuff that we've talked about just now. The secret sauce that enables this stuff is how do people actually get paid, right? It's one thing to say, you know, I'm going to drive you from here to the airport, and I'm going to trust that you sit in my car and you step out of it, and I will get paid. How do we make payments happen in the context of a social messaging network? This is something that we've done with Shop Facil in Brazil. Embedded within the chatbot and the messenger app is the ability to pay. How do we make someone pay using facial recognition and selfies, as we're doing with Bank Neon in Brazil? How do we embed the payment experience when someone's in their car and wants to either buy gas or pre-order coffee at the coffee shop that they're going to be able to pull up at in a few minutes? How do these things go around? And that speaks to the questions that we try and answer every single day. For commerce to be what we want it to be, the aspirations around commerce get fulfilled through the aspirations of payments. Right? The questions that we wake up every day and answer, like many of you entrepreneurs in this room as well, are, if I store my credit card information or my payment information in a Fitbit or in a pair of sneakers or in a refrigerator, will that information be safe? If I want to authenticate myself not with a signature, but with a biometric or a retinal scan or something else, can someone enable that for me? If I want to pay not by taking out my wallet and sticking a piece of plastic into a machine, but if I want to pay by using my mobile phone and scanning something, a QR code for instance, how does that work? If I want more information with my payment, more information than just the amount I've been charged, if I want richness of information, can I do that? Can I control my spending? Those are all the capabilities that we're building into what is the world's largest payment network, Visa. Right? We're in about 200 countries, thousands and thousands of financial institutions and banks and fintech companies, millions and millions of merchants, of course, and billions of consumers. That's the power of the network that we have built, that we invest in every day to create more capabilities to answer some of the questions that I've just talked about here, but also every emerging question around the world of commerce. And we've taken those capabilities and we've opened them up through APIs and made them accessible for anybody to want to work with. And not only have we done that, we say, come and work with us. We can help you figure it out. Right? We have people that can co-create with you, that can help come up with solutions for the experience that you want to solve for. Come to us with a commerce problem, and we'll fit the payments into it. Our developer network is unparalleled in terms of its capabilities and the power of scale that it gives anyone access to. Plugging into the Visa network allows some of the largest brands in the world, whether it's the Apples, Samsungs, etc., to create payment experiences that can proliferate around the world. It also allows two kids in a garage to create an experience that can proliferate around the world. We did this amazing hackathon here yesterday as well, and we've launched what's called the Visa Everywhere Initiative. And we encourage you guys to challenge your peers. Right? The Everywhere Initiative is about saying, come up with smart solutions for real-world commerce and payment problems and compete with each other. We're going to do this in 5 countries across Latin America in the next several months. And it's an exciting way for an entrepreneur to tap into the power of a network in terms of both its network but also its capabilities. And we continue to make it easier to work within this construct. Right? People think about working with banks and financial institutions as onerous, and you're right, it is. It's really hard to figure out how to operate. And so we're trying to make that simpler and simpler every day. The Visa Ready program is our way of allowing people to plug into the network and make it as plug and play as simple as possible. So that whole future of payments thing, let's build it together. That's our invitation for you guys. Thank you.